This is the UAAP Season 73 Volleyball.
Back here at the arena in San Juan, first set is done between Adamson and UP. And Adamson, according to Jessica's report earlier, not practicing during the holidays, given the time off by their coach/mom. And it showed in that probably the first half of that first set.
That's right. They really started off slow. You saw the difference in terms of the energy that both teams are bringing out. UP was more parang more aggressive. But then in the latter part, medyo naka-warm up na siguro yung Adamson, and when they got their rhythm back, you see that their key players now began to get good attacks. There were a lot of good plays already from Pao Soriano, Angela Binting, even Zapanta and Pineda also contributed in the first set.
I can't deny talent, obviously, and their talent got them back into the game also, with Pineda and Zapanta and Soriano finding a few spots for Adamson University, who are trying to close out their first round by looking for a fourth straight win after going 1-2 at the start of this season. A very bad 1-2 also, very sluggish. Not looking like the same team that they usually are. But now they are recovering here, and that's exactly what happened in the first set. Very sluggish, recovered towards the end, and they were enough to pull off the win. What does UP need to do in the second set?
I think for UP, they started off well, but at that point when Adamson already tied their score with UP, napako sila dun. They were, they didn't have the right, yung discard nila sa loob na wala. So in that last few plays, we saw na nakapatay si Southlyn Ramos at the back, and all of the sets now were given to her, but it wasn't effective anymore.
And, looking at the numbers there, UP more attacks, pero yun nga, more errors, and most of those came towards the end. Couldn't recover anymore. 7-4 of Adamson University. That's why importante talaga yung makalamang sila dahil
they have to have a bigger lead so that, because a team like Adamson has always been in the Final Four in terms of experience, in terms of skills also.
Yes.
Mahirap They're a very good defensive team. Mahirap makapatay ng bola.
No check ball, nope. So it's a point for UP. Start off set number 2. Later on, it will be Ateneo and FEU, their first encounter for the year 2011. Actually, their first encounter this season, as we are still in the first round of action. Pineda was there, covering for herself. Soriano using the net. Got lucky.
She knew that was actually not intentional. A lucky break for her. Buti na lang malakas. The ball went over the net.
We have Pineda, Benting, and Soriano front line for Adamson. Very dangerous front line. They had so much weapons. They can go anywhere. They went to Soriano, now to Benting, but that's a little wide. Oh, actually, it's called in. A point for Adamson. Let's check in with Jessica Mendoza now.
Boom, to respond to Man's report earlier that UP is making use of their distinct height advantage, Mami Dulce is relying on the skills and the volleyball IQ of her girls. Abante kami sa skills, she told me, dahil pagdating sa training talagang nagfo-focus kami dyan. To the girls, she says, with a finger at her temple, trabaho kayo, kailangan nyo mag-asahan, utakan nyo sila. But coming off a bit of a slow start in the first set, Coach did acknowledge the need for the Lady Falcons to use their physical abilities to the fullest. Kailangan nyong mag-react, sundan ang bola. Hindi kayo pwedeng magbagal, malalaki sila. Boom and Ann.
Thank you very much. And pretty much that's what won them the first set. They're really, let's be honest, with players with a better set of skills compared to UP, and the team standings show that, obviously. And but skills can't always win you games, so yun yung sinasabi ni Coach na medyo mag-ayos-ayos na sila.
You can see, normally you wouldn't see a lot of those service aces sa Adamson. But in the first set, we saw a couple. And here, in the second set, nangyari na naman. And very unlikely because the ball was actually going towards the direction of Vasquez.
Pineda again for the full swing off the blockers. Adamson a point. 4-3. For Sheila Pineda, who originally is from the Rizal Technological University in high school. That's a point. Regalo ang tawag dyan sa volleyball.
That's a nice one for Pao.
And Henito takes advantage as we check in with Maan Pangilinan.
Yes, Boom, now that they've gotten the rhythm of their blocking, it is very important that they mind the block coverage and their floor defense. Coach Vip reminded the girls that now that Adamson was shaken, that they can block, anticipate drop balls and soft tips. It has also emphasized that the Lady Maroons have to take advantage of Adamson's front line, especially when Soriano and Binting are at the back line. And just because Adamson is catching up or leading doesn't mean we have to shut off and just play without talking. Being too silent only means either we're too focused or we're overthinking. So I think we'd like to stay with the focus side and still talk. Boom and Ann.
Thank you very much, man. And another service ace earlier. We're up 5-4. Penting, full swing. Going through the blockers. Now, merong blocking pero napapansin natin and medyo
Yung pwesto.
Oo,
And it's the direction that they are actually blocking. Because it's important that you read the hand of your attacker so you can block that area.
Yeah.
And then your defense can adjust at the back.
coverage from Adamson. Kinlog in the middle. Angles it a bit. Isada couldn't handle it.
Soriano now moves to the back, leaving Kinlog and Benting in the front line.
Araneta cross court. Angela again. There's the coverage that's lacking. Slow on coverage itong UP so far. So 7 serving 5 now. Joust at the net. Pineda diving. Benting saving it to the other side. Free ball and they go to Angeli. Adjusts. Angela again. Mela digging it up. Del Mundo and then a free ball for Adamson. Lourdes goes to Angela. Down the line. So good at hitting down the line, which is such a tough skill to develop. So they get to the technical timeout first. Back in a moment. Adamson seemed to have found its rhythm late in the first set and also here now starting to hum in the second set. Up 8, serving 5. Benting. For those again, learning volleyball, that down the line hit deep chamba.
Hindi yun chamba. There has to be very accurate because you have such a small space. And alam mo yun, just konting maling kabig lang, the ball could easily go out.
And that's very tough even without the blocker in your face. Imagine if you did. 2 pa nga in her case. And she swipes it off Del Mundo using, again, her smarts there and experience. Del Mundo, jump set, the dump. Araneta, open set to Angela. And again, deceiving everybody else.
And, if you want to look at a good attacker, I think yung sign dyan is if you take a look at Angela Benting, who approaches and then all of a sudden changes the attack from a most likely attack to a drop ball.
Di lang sa basketball, may hang time. She is one of those who can show that. Trying to swipe it again, but this time Del Mundo angling herself better on the block.
It's a point for the Fighting Lady Maroons. Serving is Pao Henido.
6 serving 10. Comfortable advantage for Adamson. Henido serving. Del Mundo on the second touch. Vasquez diving for that one. Kinlog, that's long. We got Lupi got lucky there.
From John Bong Kinlog.
can see that the movement of Adamson is still not the usual
It's fluid.
fluid, yung rhythm, and even yung bilis.
Angela. They've been going to her. Angeli Araneta. Zapanta was there. Des Patilano in the middle. Coverage was there. They set up Angeli. Cross court. And Ting taking it. Going back to her.
And
Through the blockers. Malayo sa net. Si Quejas.
And spacing is very important. Look at this.
May angle ng
Layo.
katawan eh. Nakaganon. So talaga,
It was a bit late.
the ball will definitely go that direction.
point
Easy
for
points
Adamson.
now for Adamson, building a lead here at 12, serving 7.